OMG, look what's outside. Look what we have. Hold on. Had to lean it to the side. Ooh, let me open it. All right, let's go unbox it. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay.
That's it?
All right. So here it is. What we got? The invoice. Oh, so they put in a plastic so it maintains its humidity. Wow, look at these roots. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Look how big and healthy it looks.
Wow.
Okay, so it's not dried out. It's very healthy looking. So that's good. Look at that. Look at that. And there's some little buds on there. Like, look right here.
Also the burgundy flowers. Also the burgundy flower.
And there's some more
Also
here.
the burgundy flowers.
There's some more here. There's bugs on the flowers?
Yeah.
Okay, they can stay on the flowers.
Why?
Because they like it.
Is they eat it?
Mm-hmm. So here goes the root. You can see it has a lot of moisture on it. Look at that. It's nice and wet. It's not dried out. Got some beautiful thorns. Not thorns. Buds. See? The new shoots coming in. New shoots coming in. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so this one is the Eden Climbing Rose. You know what's funny? I ordered this months ago, sometime last year. I don't remember which one this is that I ordered. I just know it's pink. Let me see. It should say so on my invoice. But that's crazy. That's how long ago I ordered it that I forgot what flowers I ordered. Okay, so it's my first David Austin rose. Look, it's my Eden Climbing Rose. It had come with instructions and stuff. And the zones and how to care for it. So it comes with its own little instruction booklet, which is pretty cool. Now, I love how healthy it looks. Like, I've gotten bare root roses before from the, Costco, the big box stores, and they didn't look this good, guys. Look at this. I'm so excited. And this is I'm trying to see if it's an own root rose. It's not grafted. I don't think it's grafted. I think this is its own root, but it looks so good. Wow. All right, so I'm gonna get it planted. I'm so excited. Since it's so wet, I don't know if I need to soak it in water first. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna read the book and see what the instructions are. Well, okay, little baby rose. Wrap it up back in its cocoon, this humidity chamber, and I'm gonna get it planted. I can't wait. Now I'm super excited. Like, I can't stop looking at it. This is my first David Austin rose, and now I see why people are addicted to these. Like, this, the quality and the care and everything is so good. Like, okay, let me go read my instructions and see what I need to do next. And so I see how tight this tag is that's on it. I know I need to cut it off because I remember the Rose Geek, I was reading her channel, and she left the tags on, and it does impact the growth of the rose, because what happens is the stem gets bigger and this is pretty much strangling it. So I know to take it off. So we're not going to leave it on there, even though it's a good idea. I like leaving tags to see, especially have different type of plants, to see the name of it and instructions and stuff like that. So we're going to get this taken off, and let me go check out my care and stuff. Okay, it's been several hours since I received my rose. It's still got some hydration to it. So what I'm going to do now is actually dip it in some water. Well, not dip it. I'm going to leave it in there. The time is now 6:38. 6:38 p.m. So I'm going to dip it in the water. I'm going to take this off when it's time to plant it. But look, remember when I got it, guys, I was showing you how hydrated it was. It was looking good. So what I was doing, I was trying to see if it's a grafted rose or not, or if it's a own root rose. I'm not sure, y'all. Like, I see a little bump right here. It doesn't look grafted. So I'm going to have to check on the website. This is the Eden climbing rose, and see if it's a grafted rose. Because I know they say you need to plant it here, and some places to plant it here. Some say here, make sure you get everything covered in. But if it's a grafted rose, then you're going to have the suckers coming in from the other rose. So by the time I'm ready to plant it tomorrow, I should have some answers as to if this is a grafted rose or not, how far in should I plant it. So let's go get it in some water. All right, here it is. It's going in its water bath. Let me see, the time is 6:42. So it says 12 to 48 hours. I mean 24 to 48 hours. So mine is going to get about 12 hours. So here go your water bath. Oh, got poked by a thorn. So it can get hydrated. And I'm going to leave it there until tomorrow. I'm so excited. So it will stay in this nice hydration until tomorrow, and then we'll get it planted. Now the problem is I don't have a location for it yet, so I'm gonna probably put it in a container for now until I find a spot for it. All right, see you tomorrow.
2 days later.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we are actually planting our David Austin rose. I'm so excited. We got a David Austin rose. This is my first David Austin rose, so I'm very excited. And it's actually the Eden climbing rose. I don't know if you remember, this one right here is one that I got from Home Depot. It's a red climbing rose, and I have it climbing up the Christmas holly. And I've been struggling. In fact, it's been about almost 48 hours since I have this rose, so I'm really pushing it here. I'm going to get it planted here. Let me show you. This is the location we're going to get it planted in. So here it is. I have it in water since yesterday. I still haven't taken the tag off like I said I was going to. And I got my rose tone. I should grab my compost as well. I'm going to put a small amount in the soil. Now the thing is with roses, I don't want to put too much compost in there because I want the roots to be able to spread out and grow, instead of trying to go out and not liking the soil and trying to come back to this amended soil. So I'm going to have to try and amend further along and spread it out when I do my amendments. I'm only going to put a small amount in here because it's sandy soil. And the other ones, they all seem to be doing good. But let's get this one in. All right, so just added a little bit of compost. I'm just mixing it in with the sand to give it a bit of a nutrient in there. And let me show you my bare root rose. So you see how it's kind of sitting in it kind of flares out. I'm going to actually put it to fit the shape that it has. I'm going to create a hill inside there so it can sit on it. Okay, if I put it in there like this, it's not going to sit flat. It's not going to sit flat. So I'm going to create a hill so it can just sit right on it. And the hole is pretty deep. you're supposed to be able to put it in there like that, and then you can just backfill your soil without it wobbling over. You don't have to hold it or anything like that. Just make sure all the roots are okay, nobody's getting squished. Seeing there's lots of room around it. But look, we have new sprouts coming in. It looks nice and healthy and hydrated. So I got some rose tone, and I'm going to sprinkle it directly on the roots. So come on. I think we got enough. So I sprinkle it directly on the roots, and there's some in the hole as well. That's how I planted the other bare root roses. They weren't David Austin. Hopefully this works the same as those. And I will be providing regular updates, so you can follow me along by liking this video and subscribing if you haven't done so you can see new updates and when I post my progress of each plant that I plant. Each plant I plant. Ba-dum-bum. And I saw online some said bury it all the way up to here, but I think that's mostly if you're in a cold area. I'm in zone 9B, Florida, so I think this halfway point is pretty good. And then we're gonna spread some fertilizer on the top. And final step is watering it in. Okay, so there it is. And let me show you the other roses that I have in this area. So this is my Eden Climbing Rose. Let me put a tag next to it. I'm just gonna stick it in here. I'll find another spot for it later. So that's my Eden Climbing Rose. She is looking great, healthy, gorgeous. It says that she would like a lot of sun, and I may come in. Well, it's actually the reason why it's so low is because I'm gonna have more dirt added. As you can see, I'm not finished. I extended my garden bed, but I'm not finished composting and mulching because of all the leaves from this tree. All those brown leaves and yellow leaves are going to fall. I have another month until they're done falling. Look at over there. Like it's a losing battle. The tree is winning. I go through this every year. But what I'm going to eventually do, I'm going to have more compost come in. Not dirt, compost come in, and I'm going to mulch it as well. So it's going to be a little bit higher. So it might seem a little low, but it's going to be a little bit higher than where it is now. And if you saw my previous video, you remember I pruned my roses. Once my camera focus. Okay, so let me show you this way. Excuse my dirty hands, y'all. But you see, look at this right here. Look at all these beautiful sprouts popping in. So that's one. That's a double knockout rose. And this one, actually here got another one. Let me get this out the way. This is my new project I'm working on. Look at all the sprouts in this one getting ready to pop in. Like, that's gonna be gorgeous. Look at all those new leaves. So because, like I said, we're in zone 9 in Florida, and we don't really get a dormant period. So when you cut them back to do the pruning and everything, it forces them to go dormant and it should give a healthier plant. This one have a lot more leaves coming in. Let me show you my other climbing rose. It's over here. Oh, you got another pink rose. But my climbing rose that I tied back, I see laterals coming in. So exciting. Let's see any more laterals. Ooh. So it's getting ready. Oh, look at this one, guys. Look at this. Beautiful. That's going to be a beautiful lateral cane. Here go another one that I have. Beautiful. So all these, this one is my cane right here, and there's a laterals coming off of it. And these are leafing out so beautifully. And it's wrapped around a Christmas holly, yes. So I have red berries on it, and it's a beautiful contrast when it blooms because you have the red rose against the red berries. And most of the time my patio is red because I think there's a lot of holidays that includes red, so it makes a nice contrast. Like right now it's February, so we have Valentine's Day decor going on. Next month we have St. Patrick's, so it's gonna be green, but for the most part there's a lot of red decor, so I really love that. Oh, look at this. So the rose against these Christmas berries, the Christmas holly, is so beautiful. So that's a little mini rose update on the ones I pruned. But there go the Eden climber. Now I'm thinking, is it too close to the walkway? Because the walkway is right there. Worst case scenario, I'll move it. As you guys know, I'm not afraid to move plants in my garden, so they have been moved around quite a bit. So we'll see. Or actually I may train it because I'm going to get a I don't have my arbors yet, but I'm going to put it right there, so they're going to be trained that way anyway, so it'll be fine. But look, so pretty, so pretty. Thank you all so much for watching, and I have so many updates coming in the garden, so stay tuned. I still haven't finished planting my annuals this year. I still have more to do. My container planting, I have that to do. That's coming up as well. My garden tours, I still have that to do. And to all my new subscribers who subscribe to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy gardening.